Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Arlington, Virginia. This is video number 2 in a series of tutorials for teaching you how to participate in our online church. In this video, we will walk through the sign-up process. Everyone who has sign-in privileges has been approved by the church. What does that mean? Well, it means that we have a multi-step process that is actually pretty quick, but is necessary to ensure that only people who are known to the church are allowed to sign in. This is how we keep our online church safe and focused on our spiritual journeys and our collective worship together. Okay, so let's get started. We are on the home page of www.uucava.org. Take a look at where it says Unitarian Universalist Church of Arlington, Virginia. See my cursor moving back and forth? I'm drawing your attention to it because I'm hoping that it will be easy for you to follow my cursor as I show you this step-by-step process for signing up. Okay, so when you arrive on uucava.org, you can click Sign In here, or within this welcome box, you can also click Sign In. Let's just go ahead and sign in. Now, what you see here basically is a screen that comes up for two purposes. One, those who are members of the church can just go ahead and put in the email address with which they registered for this site in here as their sign-in ID and then their password. Then they click Sign In. But for our purposes, since we're new to the church and signing up for the first time, we will click Sign Up. But first, take a look at this. Once you've been approved and you're participating in our church, if you ever forget your password, don't worry. You click Sign In on the front page, you arrive at this screen, and then you click Forget Password. Part of that process to get you your password back or to set a new password is for you to put in the email address that you use for signing up. The email address you use is important for many reasons, and you'll see why in just a few minutes. So I went ahead and I clicked Sign Up. Welcome to UUCAVA Online. Please note, registration to the online home of the church is restricted to members, friends, and inquiring friends of the church. Please come and visit us in person to learn more. Okay, so if you accidentally arrive on this screen and you've already received approvals for signing in, you just go ahead and click this link. I've done it myself many times. When you're in a rush, your hand can slip and you can accidentally click Sign Up. Don't worry, when you arrive at this screen and you see that it's for somebody new, just go ahead and click here. Okay, so I'm going to type in the email address that I'll use to show you how to sign up. Okay, retype your password. Okay, let's just pause for a second. This email address is very important for a number of reasons. First, when we approve your sign-up request, notice of that approval will go to your email address. So it's important that it goes to a box that you look at, or at least to an email address that you forward to another box that you go in on a regular basis. If you're worried that you will receive a lot of spam from our network because you've provided an email address, don't fret. Once you've been approved, you can go into your My Settings area and you can determine whether you receive any email at all from this network or whether you receive email for some types of notification. For the most part, everybody in the church is having notifications sent to their email address. The church does not spam its members. We are very judicious in what we send, So when you receive something in your inbox from our online church, you will know that it's important to read. Okay, so I've typed in the address I'm using, the password twice to verify it. Now I'm going to put in the birthday. You can determine later whether or not you want other people to know your birthday or not. But right now it's important you put it in because we want to make sure you're of legal age to be a part of this network. Okay, down here you type in the words that you see, or rather the letters. And the reason for this is the system needs to know that you're a human being who can type in letters and not some artificial robot that is trying to hack the sign-up system and put a lot of individuals who don't belong in our church into our church. Okay, if you are visually impaired, go ahead and click CAPTCHA. You're probably very familiar with CAPTCHA if you work at all on the internet, and you click it, and a voice will pronounce each of the letters. So even if you're slightly visually impaired, you might want to listen to the letters because it is difficult to see them. So let's see what CAPTCHA sounds like.
Please type every word you hear with a space between each word. Don't worry if you have trouble with some words. Just enter your best guess.
0. Shirt. Thursday. 7.
Once again, the words are
0. Shirt. Thursday. 7.
Okay, so now we go ahead and... Okay, so now you have received an email from us saying you've been approved. So what do you do next? Okay, you come in and you click sign in. And you go ahead and type in your email address, or your browser saved it, all you have to do is choose it and your password will come up. Go ahead and click sign in. Remember, if you forgot your password, just click this link and it'll guide you through getting a new one. Sign in. And here we are. We are now signed in for the very first time. The provider we use for the technology that makes our network possible is Ning, Ning.com. Ning has a standard tutorial that it offers for every new person who signs into a network that was built on its platform. You're welcome to go ahead and look through what these things are. But please note, we may have changed some of the behavior described in what you see. So if you're curious, go ahead and take a look at it. But just remember, when you go to do it the way it was shown to you in the tutorial here, there might be something slightly different that you have to do, and it will be very easy to do, for we'll tell you or we'll show you how to do it. Okay, so to get rid of this box permanently, which we recommend you do, just go ahead, see my cursor, it's over here at the typewriter, click the X. Okay, so now we are signed in, and you know you're signed in in two ways because of two things. Up here you'll see your name, new UU, and then here where the welcome box was is now a box that's essentially a dashboard, if you will, for you. So my name is new UU, and here's how I get to my inbox. Here's how I look at my friends list. Here is my link that gets me to settings where I establish privacy rules for my account and a number of other key default settings for everything that I do on this site. We're going to take a look at the My Settings in just a few minutes. Now, in the submission process for being approved for our site, you filled in some questions that were presented to you for your profile page. So your profile, remember, is also known as My Page. So here's my cursor. Do you see my cursor moving around? It's over at the top left. And here is the link to my page. When you arrived on the site, right, you were on the main page, but now the way to get over to your profile page or your My page is right here. So the questions that you filled out in the sign-up process are repeated here, and you can see the questions that were posed and the answers that you gave. If you want to edit them or change the answers at any time, you click that edit button. Let me go back and do that again. You click, see this edit button right here? Look at where my cursor is moving. It's kind of in the middle of the page, but to the right. Okay, right here. I'll give you a second to find where I am. Okay, so profile information questions. I'm going to click this edit button. And it takes you to the My Settings page, which is a little awkward because this is the first time you're seeing it, and this happens to a lot of members, that when they go to their profile page after they've signed in and they want to change their answers, they arrive on this screen they've never seen before. But we'll come back to this and things will be clear in just a second. But the task you started to pursue was to modify the answers that you gave. So you just simply scroll down the settings page, and here are the questions and here are the boxes. So you go ahead and change anything you wish, and make sure you go to the bottom of the page afterwards and hit save. Anytime you enter any text on this site, it will not save it unless you click a save button, or the update button, or the publish button. It can have a lot of different names depending on the context in which it's used, but it generally triggers the action of saving what you inputted so that the system has it for your return visits. Okay, so we've gone ahead and I've shown you how to get back to those questions that you answered for your profile. After you sign up, the best thing to do is to come to your profile or your My page and to go ahead and spend a little time in here setting it up. So video number 5 will be specifically on the profile, and it's highly recommended that you watch video number 5 to learn about how to set up your profile so that it meets your privacy and safety needs, and also for you to learn how easy it is to do a number of very cool things. You need to think of your profile as your public face to the church. And this is how people will get to know you and recognize you in the church, and then at church events that are external to our building, and then also when you're online. So I've basically taken you through the signing up process and then taking a look at the answers you provided in the sign up process and where they appear. But again, come back to video number 5 to learn more about the profile and why it's very important to you. Have a great day. Bye.